December 17th, 1967. What began as a sunny, ordinary day in Australia would soon become one of history's most baffling mysteries. Harold Holt, the Prime Minister of Australia, went for a swim at Cheviot Beach and disappeared. No trace of him was ever found. How does a man, especially a world leader, simply vanish? I'm Trisha, and today we're uncovering the life, legacy, and mysterious disappearance of Harold Holt. Let's dive in.
Harold Edward Holt wasn't just another politician. Born in 1908, he was charismatic, forward-thinking, and deeply committed to Australia's future. In 1966, Holt became Prime Minister, stepping into the spotlight during a time of turbulence. His decisions were bold. Australia's involvement in the Vietnam War, his push to strengthen ties with the US, but they also made him a polarizing figure. Outside politics, Holt had another great love, the ocean.
He was a skilled swimmer and an enthusiastic spearfisher. Those who knew him described a man who felt most alive when near the water. But the sea, as we'll learn, has a power even the strongest swimmers cannot always predict.
December 17th, 1967. Holt and a small group of friends headed to Cheviot Beach. The day was typical of an Australian summer, hot and inviting. But Cheviot Beach had a darker side. Its currents were notorious for their strength and unpredictability. Despite the risks, Holt waded into the water and began swimming. His friends watched as he moved further and further out to sea, and then he was gone.
What followed was one of the largest search operations in Australian history. Over 300 people, Navy divers, helicopters, and local volunteers searched tirelessly. But they found nothing. No body, no belongings, no clues, just emptiness.
How could this happen? Experts proposed the most logical explanation. Holt drowned. Cheviot Beach's dangerous riptides and strong currents were likely too much, even for an experienced swimmer. But not everyone agreed.
Some speculated he was overwhelmed by political pressures and personal health issues, leading him to take his own life. His family, however, dismissed this idea. They described a man who was full of energy and optimism. Others ventured into wild territory. Could Harold Holt have been a Chinese spy who staged his disappearance? The evidence was flimsy at best, but it made headlines. And then came the most bizarre theory of all, abduction by extraterrestrials. While this captured imaginations, it added more folklore than fact.
For Australia, the loss was profound. A nation losing its leader so suddenly and mysteriously was unprecedented. His deputy, John McEwen, stepped in to stabilize the government, but questions lingered. How does history remember Harold Holt?
As a man who embraced the sea, perhaps too closely. As a leader navigating a challenging time for his nation. And as someone whose disappearance reminds us of nature's power and life's fragility.
More than 5 decades later, the ocean continues to guard its secrets. Was it a tragic accident, or is there something deeper beneath the waves? We may never know.
Thank you for joining us on this journey into one of history's great mysteries. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell.